Hi, how is everybody doing today? As you see, my desk cam is on. It means it's some traditional art time, and today I'm going back to wonderful worlds of crafting with clay. Oh my god, Discord, can I deafen you? Deafen you? Yes, thank you. So today I'm back to crafting a little bit with polymer clay. Like you remember years ago, I made a stream called "Watch Me Fail at Polymer Clay," which was about me making my first polymer clay sculpture and trying to make sense of it. So today it's part 2, electric boogaloo. So yeah, and plan for today is first and foremost to make a clay filling for this guy. So this is the Echo Flower from Undertale. I followed the tutorial online. So it's made of foam, so it's like kind of squishy, like foam sponge, like whatever I had on Pine. So it's kind of squishy. Acrylic paint, blue fluorescent paint, and I glued on a ribbon, a black ribbon, around it for a clean finish to not see any foam. And now I need to make a stand. So this is like a regular IKEA mini pot that I found and I bought like years ago. So yeah, so the idea is to fill it with clay to be able to stick this flower around, this height. And I left this dowel here for this support for intentionally, so it will be easier for me to stick it in, stick it in here. But because clay is expensive, even polymer clay, and this amount of and nobody in the right mind, unless they want to have like a lump of clay that weighs 5 kilograms after being baked, because after baking, everything you prepare is like heavier by like 200% at least. So yeah, so unless you really want some heavy base, I went online and I searched. Well, I binge watched a lot of like sculpting and crafting videos. I have aluminum foil here. Yes, folia aluminiowa in wonderful Polish writing. Hashtag not sponsored. I bought this today. Do not use my own home supply because people will be mad at me for using home supplies for crafting. So I bought it especially for this. So the plan is to grab lots of foil, crumple it, put it inside, and then do clay on top of it. So I will have like a nice clay ground, and then I can just take the foil inside with clay on top and bake it together. So yeah, so it will save me a lot on materials and on weight. So yeah, so let's proceed. And if I will have enough time, I have a couple other like mini things to do with clay. For examples are, for example, these buttons. This is like the template that I have of this mini keyboard that I did like a couple streams ago, and I still haven't painted yet. But I figured some of these like buttons need to be raised, so I figured, hey, let me try and just have a couple of round like little specks of clay, make little spheres, flatten them down, and make little buttons for them. And then I also have this still unfinished model of a guitar, a bass guitar. And as I've said last stream that I made it, that there are some parts like this in here, this black part right here, or like these knobs here that, you know, I don't have wire thick enough for this, nor I have pliers for a wire that would be thick enough. So I figured out it will be better for me to do this in clay and just then paint it over. So yeah, so some hardware elements for the guitar I will also try and sculpt if I will have enough time. So yeah. So let me take clay. So these are blocks of polymer clay. This is not the whole polymer clay I have, but I think I will start with the ones that are half done. So polymer clay is a clay that, well, regular clay needs to be burnt, needs to be like baked, but it's like more burnt because, you know, when you bake, you don't bake stuff at 600 degrees Celsius, you know, because you will make them a charcoal, you know. So this is why you use the word burn, because you literally like put it in a super hot, clean / furnace, and they burn like there for the whole night, which is crazy. This is how the traditional regular clay looks like. And because of the wonderful science, you know, we have like now clay compounds, you know, artificial clay compounds that have the properties of clay, but for example they have accelerated or deaccelerated time of hardening, and won't require like 600 degrees to really harden. So the polymer kind is like, it's really soft, it's soft and malleable. Like, it will be way softer when I will knead it in my hands, so it will be more like plastic and kneadable and workable. But this kind of clay, the polymer one, solidifies when like hardens when it's baked in, well, this kind, the Fimo, it's like pretty standard. It's like 130 degrees Celsius. So, you know, you can bake them in your regular oven. But regular oven that you bake your food in, but you cannot bake them together because, you know, during hardening there are some substances, you know, it's like pretty much like plastic but in different form, and nobody wants to, you know, inhale plastic fumes or eat stuff that was infused with plastic fumes. So yeah, so if you want to bake it, like, use tools and utensils separate from the ones that you use for eating, and yeah, just PSA. And don't bake it with food. But yeah, otherwise the regular household oven, electric oven, like even the small ones, are good for that. You know, as long as it can heat up to 150 degrees Celsius, or any other, like, up to 100, I think. 100, up to 100, like, no, up to, if it heats up to 180 Celsius, it's good enough to, you know, to bake the polymer clay in. And there is also like an air dry type, which is the type of clay that dries within like 24 hours of being, well, dry on air, being put on air and just dry. And there is also an epoxy kind, which is more expensive because it is a two-part clay that solidifies within couple of hours after mixing the two compounds together, thus forming the hardening chemical reaction, you know, that causes it to harden. But since I have so much polymer clay, because I was like, oh my god, I want to start to sculpt one day, you know, I was in such a phase in my life. And I still want to sculpt and use up this clay. Yeah. But I want to use it, especially the black one, because look, it's still almost the whole brick of clay. Like, look, this is the whole brick. I also really use this blue one. It's still like 80% of the black clay. So I'm using this black clay today because first off, I want to use this. I rarely use black. As you see, I used very little of it because I needed to tint it white. Actually, white clay is something that I lack. So yeah, so I will be using black because not only I have an abundance of black clay, I want to use it. It stains all the time and everything, so I want to use it as soon as I can. And also because the ground in the game is actually black, so it will. So you know, I can use black. I can mix it with other colors, but it will be in the long run after baking easier for me to, you know, to paint over. It will be closer to the original color. So yeah, so this is the plan. So let's get started. So let me unpack the aluminum foil. And yeah, let's go. Oh my god. Where are my scissors? My scissors are right there. Come on. Okay, I got it. I am an adult. Yes. So now, yeah, this thing. Oh my god, these little stickers annoy the heck out of me because sometimes you rip from the wrong side and ruin your whole tape, your whole foil. So yeah, this goes right. So yeah, I'm taking a big sheet of foil. A little bit of unintentional ASMR. Let's take a big chunk, but it won't be as big like in the long run. Crumple it and put it. And now I will shape it in a slightly cylindrical shape and then just put more foil all together up till I build up to this height, around this height, and then I will prepare the clay. So yeah, so how was everybody's day? My day was good. I'm actually like on top of all my what, Mina? All my responsibilities at work. Yes, Mina, this is what I needed. This is the word I needed. Yeah, on top of my responsibilities. So I actually, like, if I do everything I have left to do tomorrow, which I think should be fairly quickly, I will be able to just, you know, have more chill time next week, which is great. Oh my god, remember where it was on the internet the trend of making aluminum ball from aluminum foil? You know, when you hammer the freaking aluminum ball like till it's polished. Like, I think it's fake. I still think it's kind of fake. That you can't do this. Like, it's not real. But yeah, but I remember, and everybody I ever watched tried to do this and gave up. And I am not, you know what, I am a bit of masochist, but I am not as masochist to make a aluminum foil bowl. No, thank you. I am making aluminum foil cylinders and other round objects, but for art, to encase them in a freaking clay. So yeah. Okay, a little bit more. Like, I think this is the fifth big piece of foil that I'm cutting. This is why I bought foil. This is why I bought foil exactly for this purpose. As I said, my family will be kind of mad that I use the house supply of foil for art. But hey, I am an adult, I earn my own money, and if I need like 20 meters of aluminum foil for crafting, I can buy them on my own, which is great. This is like the best thing of being an adult. Okay, I'm pretty close. I think one more like bit to fill up in here and we will be set. And then I will make a hole and, you know, put clay around, then take off the flower, take off the insert and bake it. So yeah, this is the plan. I'm sticking to the plan. And it's working. It's kind of working, which is great. Here I will crumple it a bit more towards the top, because the top is wider than the bottom. And yeah, okay. So now I will try and move it with my fingers. Get rid of the air bubbles, because the air inside the foil when it's baking, it can, you know, try to escape and therefore form like bubbles or make your clay crack. So yeah, because there will be like a lot of air, and because air is confined in like a small space, like in little like micro bubbles inside, and it cannot move anywhere, and then the temperature kicks in, making the air to expand, like the pressure is too big inside the bubbles, and therefore the air tries to go away, puts pressure on top of the foil and then on top of the clay, and therefore your clay may just crack during baking, which is sometimes something you need to consider, a risk you need to consider when you are baking clay. Like pretty much any type of clay, because it is the same thing for air dry clay. Like I used air dry clay once during a workshop, and yeah, it was cracking like a lot. You need to smooth it out a lot. And I also, well, when I was a kid, we actually had like another workshops with just a regular clay, you know, the brown one that you put and throw on the turntable. Is it a turntable? No, pottery wheel. This is the name. This is the proper name. Yeah, you throw it on a pottery wheel, you know, the classic clay, the type of clay you think of when you hear the word clay. So yeah, so this one. And I remember like after being fired, all my pieces were like had cracks, so it was like, I wanted to have a nice elephant, and all my pieces, like, you know, the trunk of the elephant, or, you know, the trunk of the elephant, the ears, the legs that I attached, all like fell off from. Okay, I'm taking sharp pointy thing and I will try to make a hole in the center to put my dowel inside. Yes, in an easier, a bit easier manner. Okay, is it straight? Yeah, it is kind of straight from this side. Okay, I think that once I start adding clay, it will solidify. Okay, so time to prepare the clay. I don't know how much I will need right now. Let me take a knife. Oh, there's my knife. I was looking for my knife somewhere else. Okay, let me take a knife and take this chunk first. Now put it in, cut it in smaller chunks, and some fancy people, and by fancy people I mean YouTubers who are making clay sculptures for a living by making videos and such, have like more like kneading tools, and especially like this fancy like thing that looks like a pasta machine. And in some cases I believe it is like a repurposed pasta machine. Well, I am not that fancy. All I have is acrylic roller, and yeah, acrylic roller and my hands. So yeah, so it is supposed to help me knead the clay a little bit better. It will be crumbly at first because, well, it's pretty dry, but because it's polymer clay, it should be kneadable once I start kneading it a little bit more, and then using a bit of my hands. At first, let me re-roll it and just, you know, pretend that I'm baking. Oh my god, I haven't baked in in a while. Okay. I don't think I have the knife. No, I don't have the Fimo knife. The knife that, you know, the bendy blade that some fancy people on YouTube have, you know, to get your clay out of your mat, for example, or cut into manageable pieces. No, I have just a regular heavy-duty knife. And I will try to scrape my clay off from the surface with it. And yeah, okay, and it's already like kind of warmer, and I think the fact that I have the light on helps a bit, because, you know, even though this is LED light, I still feel like it gives a bit of warmth. But yeah, it will require a bit of kneading, so let's get this again. Put all crumbles into one, and yeah, try to flatten it again and again, then fold flat, up until this whole mess will be not crumbly and unified, just as you know, bake, just as you knead the dough for cookies. But yeah. But I am pretty like, oh my god, I'm so happy that the semester for my postgrad studies ended. Cause oh my god, I am so relieved. I feel like so much like motivation to just sit, draw and create. Which is great. Which is honestly great, because I lately felt like this was like sucking like some of the energy and motivation from me, and it's not good, because I need to have some art in my life, the art I create specifically. So yeah. Okay. It is better. My hands are dirty because, well, darker colors like to stain everything, but don't worry, you can just wash it out with water. But if you're working after that with a lighter colors, then be careful, wash your hands beforehand, or have a bit of clay that you don't intend to use. A lighter clay that you don't want to use, so you can knead it in your hands, so all the pigment from your hands will transfer to this like leftover clay, and you know, so you won't need to go and wash your hands every 10 freaking minutes. Okay, fold it over. Flat it, fold it over, come on. Okay, this is when my knife needs to intervene once again. But yeah, but this is just, you know, how it goes. This is how it goes, you know, when you have like an old polymer clay that, you know, was just laying somewhere. It is what it is. Just try and pick it up. Or just scoop it here. I forgot about something. You know what would prevent me from doing the scraping? If I bring a baking sheet from the kitchen. And I think it will save me some of the mess. Okay, so I need to be right back real quick. I need to go to the kitchen really like quick. Really quick. Okay, I just cut out a tiny bit of the baking paper. Yes, I'm back. So yeah, I only need this much. Oh. Wonderful. Okay. So baking paper, because it's a bit like waxed, it would prevent the clay from sticking. And even if it will stick to the paper, it will be much easier to unstick than to scrape off my crafting mat. Oh wait, this is acrylic, so I need to be careful to not scratch it. Yeah, so let me try and use oh, see? Much cleaner. Okay, let me try and knead it in my hands. Because I need one big sheet with 2 E's, one big sheet of clay on top of that, and then some smaller balls around to give this like rocky texture. I will try to put it longer in my hands, so it will be easier to knead. Also, baking the clay on the baking sheet is also good, because the clay itself has some oils. Like, you see how like shiny it is? Like, I can feel like it is a little bit, you know, waxy to the touch, but like more smooth and waxy. And this is because it has oils. And sometimes when I bake clay and I used the baking paper, I actually saw that when the clay touched the paper, there is like a kind of greasy patch. It's because of all the oils. So yeah, there are some like oils inside the clay. Like, I mean, it makes sense, because oils are probably here to make sure that the clay won't dry too soon. Like, I am trying to compare it to oil paint. Like, oil paints dry forever. It takes forever for the oil paint to dry. But before the acrylic and other like synthetic paints were invented, oil paint and watercolors were actually like the only types of paint that was available to humanity. Because what is the oil paint? Oil paint is oil, binder, and pigment. And what is watercolors? Watercolors are historically made with gum arabic and pigment. And also some sort of binder. When I tried to make like my own like watercolors, I only used the gum arabic, but in liquid form, and some pigment. And yeah, and you just make them. Like, you also like ground them, blend them. And what is pencil? Pencil is like a piece of charcoal, and charcoal is also used like for ages by artists. So yeah, everything, everything comes from nature, and then people came and destroyed everything. No, I'm joking. Okay, so this is a little bit better, so let's try and flatten. Make it a bit, make it round in shape and try to flatten it. And yes, kneading clay like this is why people usually use tools, because kneading clay like this, I already feel it in my arms that, you know, in my hands that, you know, I might start getting blisters here, and also my wrists are like getting a bit of a beating. So yeah, so it's like heavy on your hands, so this is why people like developed tools or try to, you know, make the clay actually like kneadable and flat by using rollers and everything. Because we figured, oh my god, kneading all this clay sucks actually. And you know, your hands are important. Especially if you're an artist. Like, you do everything with your hands. You write with your hands, even like if you do this on your computer, you know, writing on computer is valid. You draw with your hands, or if you don't hands, then you draw with your feet, you draw with your mouth, you do everything to express yourself. And if your method of expression is by doing something manual, doing something physical, then yeah, we should do everything in order to make people be happy, create art, and fulfill themselves longer. And if it requires you coming up with various tools, and I'm not talking about generative AI, no, I'm not. I'm talking about tools like, you know, pasta rollers, kneaders, you know, tracing tools, grids. If anything, like any kind of like help for people who want to create, then anything should be welcome. Okay, now I have a sheet of clay that actually did stuck itself to the baking sheet. Oh my god, I need to now pry it off. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay, but I will try. Right now, you know what? I will try. Let me take the flour, put the pot, and let me try. I will actually, you know what, get one more layer of foil, only to make this even. So yeah. So smaller, and I will try to make it okay, I think a little bit more. let me rip this part. Tuck this part here. And this part here. Okay, and my hole will be there. Okay, okay. I need to make it more packed. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Is my little doggy turning into a little engine? Milo, why? Like, Milo was out with me before the stream. And he got his food and everything. But I see it's already 2-hour mark since his last walk, so maybe this is why he's like so needy. Okay, let me now build. Okay, wait, let me mark where I need to slightly cut off. I will cut out the clay in from these places so the flower would be more flush with it. Okay. Okay, wait, do I have... Okay, I do have. That's good. I was checking if I have everything I need in my clay tools because I want to texturize it a bit. let me just add these balls of clay just where I see fit. For example, I see that this part needs filling because you see the gap. Like, maybe you don't see it right now, but I see it, and it's enough for me to, and it's, if I see it, it's enough for me to intervene and try to patch it up. So yeah, I can try two things. I will try to bring the clay more together. And I still would be able, yeah, should be able to take it out. Yeah. Then after everything is baked and, you know, done, I will just, you know, put hot glue on this dowel and just place the flower right here. But till then, I need to properly bake and hide this, like. And hide those. Okay, is it standing straight? It is. Good, good. Right, I need to but it's a DIY project. It won't be perfect. I need to embrace that it will probably never be perfect. Unless I learn 3D printing, 3D modeling, and stuff, which looks cool, but oh my god, I already have so many hobbies that I don't know if I have the mental capacity for another one. Okay, so I will remove it, remove the whole inside. Remove the whole inside and try now to smooth it a bit and extend this towards the edges. So yeah. So to smooth it, I will actually try to use one of the tools that I have, and let me use this one that looks like a butter knife. And for texturing, let me use this old crusty. Oh, these were my pincers went. I was looking for them. Okay. So it will be slightly easier fit on my fingers if I use tools. And these are just plastic shapers that you know. These are very cheap tools for like any kind of sculpting. So I will just try to smooth out what I've just done, and then add some texture like that by dabbing the brush furiously. Yeah, by dabbing the brush furiously, although I can use the crump up tin foil and just make a texture like that. But if you also use an old toothbrush, if you have an old toothbrush, you can also use those. If you don't have like any like texturing tools. Rocks are good texturing tools when you are making a rocky surface. Tin foil, tin foil is good, like, and brushes with like stiff bristles. So, you know, all kind of toothbrushes, metal brushes, crafty brushes, you know. Yeah, it's right now just smoothing, putting on some more clay in places where there is not that much clay. Smoothing once again, and if your clay is kneaded properly, like, it will just smooth really well. With polymer clay, I know that with other types of clay, I like with air dry clay, the normal clay, and with epoxy clay, you can use water to smooth things out. With polymer clay, not so much, and some smaller like surface impurities can be like smoothed out with rubbing alcohol, but right now I did not I haven't thought about bringing rubbing alcohol. I thought that like I will do this, like some uneven texture might be, you know, a bit more welcome. What is this? It is like, you know, trying to scoop, you know, a very cold butter that you just took out from your fridge, and you want it on your sandwich right now. So yeah. If you're asking, Nina, why you're listening to Sims music when you're not playing Sims right now? Well, it's because usually when I play Sims, first off, Sims music is amazing. Second off, when I play Sims in my free time, I usually have music muted. Because usually at the same time I'm listening to something else. Usually catching up with some YouTube video or putting some like essay or a podcast. You know, just the stuff that millennials like me listen to. Oh, also, people use rubbing alcohol when you are trying to get rid of fingerprints on your sculpted stuff when you're using polymer clay, of course. But here I think I would just, I don't mind fingerprints right here. Like this bit would be probably primed, painted, and varnished anyway, so I hope it will get rid of like some minor surface imperfections. Right now I'm not, worst case scenario is I will use just because I see that these parts are not like attached like properly. Worst case scenario, I will use the hot glue to bind them together, but I will use these, I prefer to use these after baking, because right now when I apply a hot glue and then bake, the temperature of the oven might remelt the glue, and I don't know where it might seep. And even if I use the baking paper during baking, I don't want to risk like the glue seeping like I don't know where. So yeah. But hey, you have now a dinner for quite some time. So yeah, you won't need to, cook them right now and spend this time on other things. Like relax and don't think about cooking. But yes, Dinosaur, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? there is a strange thing happened to me like recently, and that strange thing being I can't find super glue in regular stores anywhere. Like, it's like as if like super glue was taken off the shelves of like regular convenience stores and you can buy it only like in special stores, which is stupid. Usually I saw like it by the checkouts, you know, or by the, you know, household appliances section, you know, buy some you know, cleaning detergents and stuff, and right now I can't find it anywhere. Oh my god, you have flooding right now? Please be safe. Because, you know, floods are no joke. Like, you know, this is something that I don't know why it haven't crossed my mind. Like, when I was younger, I thought that, okay, like flooding is not that bad. But when I learned that, oh my god, the flood water is actually like nasty because it's like mix of mud and branches and sewage water and whatever the heck just, you know, just the water took, I realized like, oh. So yeah. A bit wet, but by a bit wet, you mean, oh, there is a bit of flooding, or oh, there was just a bit more of rain this season and it just, you know, some minor things. Because I don't know how to react. Okay, so yeah, some of the roads flooded and the water is on flush with the pavement. Okay, got it. Sometimes here in my wonderful default city, sometimes here also like the sewage system is not like taking all the like drain water, like all the like drainage. Up to the door at some places. It doesn't sound good, but oh my god, when was the last time I've seen like water so high? It must be after some like, it must be when I was like caught off guard. Okay, let me check. How it looks like. Wait, or was it this way? No, it was this way. Okay. So let me now, this bit needs a bit of filling. Okay, so let me now need a bit of like clay. I don't want to say clay snakes and I don't want to say clay worms because there are like YouTubers who are using these exact phrases and I don't want to be like, you know, to have FBI open up, you know, from YouTube or anything for copying or anything like that. I just need some I just need some elongated shapes made out of clay in order to fill it in some gaps, and then I will be able to make like round shapes, small round shapes, and texturize it a bit. Do I have anything better to texturize? I will need to find a better... Because I want it to look like, you know, a black soil. Hi sis, how was the walk? Where is my doggy? Okay, and now let me... Okay, I think balls of clay will be next, but first let me take it off again. And smooth this out. So then when you look at it from the top, you won't see any tin foil. And this is my goal. Oh, let me smooth it out. I need to... I try to remember, have I saved any old, like... Because I use electric toothbrush, and I have replaceable heads. Do I have any replaceable heads that I can use to texturize? Or I will just use tin foil. I can just use tin foil. It might be better for everybody if I use tin foil. Okay, and back here. Beautiful. Okay, time to texturize. So I will stab it with a very old brush. This brush is actually really crappy, like its bristles are so stiff. Send it? Okay, let me check the Discord. Let me check the Discord. Oh my god. Well, yeah, you really can't make up where the road ends and where the road starts. Yeah, it looks like the rain drainage was clogged and it wouldn't work. Yeah, typical. Like, for me, it's like, I have a, like, I saw a saying on internet regarding the drainage system in my city, and it's like half an hour of rain and half an hour and half the city is flooded. Because oh my god, it was so bad one year. it was so bad. And of course, people are saying it's the president's fault, it's the, the city mayor's fault. But it turns out it wasn't city mayor's fault, because the road that was flooded was actually, even though it is within the boundaries of the city, was actually, managed by another entity. So yeah, fun stuff. Okay. I stabbed this a bit. Time to maybe stab it a bit more. Put tin foil. But this time I will use a teeny tiny stripe of tin foil. And I will just crumple. And stab like that. Oh yeah. This is what I'm talking about. You can relieve some anger if you want. Beautiful. Yeah. 4 weeks of hot and dry. Oh. Right now I am in... Yeah, my hands are very, very clean. But yeah, right now we are in the moment of... we are in the moment of... Oh, I wish this summer was a little bit more warmer. After the whole week of, oh my god, I wish this summer would end, I'm melting, please do something. So right now we have like rain pretty much every day. Okay, let's now make little balls. Tiny, tiny balls. Tiny, tiny balls of black, from black clay, even tinier. And let me check. Okay, of the stream I will make more balls for the keyboard. Somebody kick me in the butt. Kick my butt if the next stream I will go and show you this model still unpainted. Like, I swear. Oh my god, what I'm doing, this is much easier. This is much easier. The unpaintable keyboard. It has to be painted! Like, I painted the whole drum set that I did. I did it off the stream. Wait, I think I did one stream of making the drum set. I think. But I finished this off stream, and yeah, and I did finish it. But yeah, I need to do this keyboard, I need to do this guitar, I need to do another guitar and another keyboard in order to mark my bingo card complete. But yeah, but I need to put more JSON on top of it. Or some other like ground paint, primer paint, or whatever you call it. And of course, the things always take me much longer than I thought. I thought I will do much more with clay, but hey, at least I am doing the minimum. the minimal plan, which is sometimes it's hashtag good enough, you know. But hey, next stream, I will wait. Question. I have a like bit of a craft kit, and next stream I also planned a crafting stream, not necessarily clay stream, but let me show you something and tell me if it's something you will be willing to look at me doing. Because I haven't seen this before and I think it might be fun. Because I was in Tiger. This store, like, it is like kind of like novelty store. Also known as Flying Tiger, like in the UK or and somewhere else. And I got this. This is like for like to make like mini pixel like keyrings. And I saw it, and you know, for the like $5, it was like, oh, looking cool. And I figured out like I might do some other like shapes. These are 13 by 13 like pixels, and I think this might be something fun to do on stream. So yeah, so I will leave this here and let me know if you will be, if it is something interesting to do next stream. I am not super sold on the like what designs to do, so I'm open to suggestions. I am also very open to, you know, I don't use keyrings myself anymore, but if anybody else, you know, like these are like thin enough that they would fit in like a regular envelope, so you know. Let me check. Well, this would probably be not nearly enough black balls. But let me see. Let me put this in and start placing this on. And then oh, come on, you little. But I want to hide the more like exposed parts with these, like, you know, the edges and the oh, for a moment I thought you turned on the fan. I don't know, I thought I heard something like the sound of the fan button turning on. It's probably my imagination. Come on, a stick. More balls. More balls. More balls needed. Much more balls needed. Oh my god. Maybe I will just go the easy route. Just cut the clay into strips. Then into even smaller like cubes, and then round them. This will be much easier way to make teeny tiny balls. Just make teeny tiny cubes and then, you know, roll and roll and roll and roll and what? Roll and roll and roll and them out. I need to find a way to polish plexiglass, because I have acquired a sheet of plexiglass, but it's like a second-hand plexiglass made from like an anti-frame, and it's all like scratched up. And I tried to buff first off to use like sandpaper, first like 1000 grit, then 3000 grit, and then to buff it with the green polishing compound, and then with toothpaste, but I still see the scratches and I don't know what else to do. Which is #sad. Was it? I don't know, suddenly I smelled something bad. Time to make balls of clay. Oh, time to stretch in a moment. I wonder if I will be able to put up a game after the stream, to play a little bit after the stream. Of course, I will wait for up until the game loads up. I will just, you know, do a bit of clay, do a bit of like sculpting the elements for the instruments that I've talked about. And these balls, I think I will also stab them a little bit with the tinfoil ball. Okay, question. I have one important question, because on my bingo card there is the complete a prompt challenge. And I initially marked this box for a different prompt challenge. But since then, I completed Draw Everything June, which is the challenge, monthly challenge, that has a pose prompt. Like you have like a pose reference picture that is, you know, that you need to use for your picture. And I completed this one for this year. And question is, do I mark this as this bingo being done or not? Because initially I was thinking of a different prompt challenge that I gathered and I haven't done yet. But this one is actually completed and will put me one mark away from bingo. So I'm thinking like, oh, do I take this like an easy win or not? Because I might take it as an easy win, because it's like an artwork done in 2024. So just let me know what you think about it. Because I'm really close to marking it, really tempted to mark it as, yes, Nina, this is a prompt challenge, you deserve it. You drew your OCs for 20 days, because this challenge in particular lasted for 20 days. So yeah. Wow, aren't you glad you came to this stream? To see me like rolling balls of tinfoil first, then balls of clay. But yeah, and next stream I will have a Minecraft stream, so I'll need to come up with what to do in my Minecraft world. There are a couple things to do. Lately I struggle to find diamonds. And... Well, I would love to fight blazes, but oh my god, blazes always, like, kick my butt. And I always panic. Even though I have fire... yeah, I don't have fire resist potions. Or I don't have that many of them. I might try and change that. But for fire resist potions... What ingredients you need to craft the... Use the shield? Oh my god, in the panic mode, when I'm in panic mode, like, I forget about shields. That these things exist. Oh, time to drink. And to stretch. Especially my back and my arms, my hands. Okay, it will take a while, but let me just roll out what I have on my hand and attach what I have rolled up until now, and check how many things I need to, how many balls I need to roll. How many balls I need to roll? I don't know which side my sis will take, even though I think this side is better, but I don't know which side my sis will take, so I'll make sure that both of the sides look good. Okay, I will need to clean my pincers as well. Thankfully, there's nothing. A bit of water and scrubbing and rubbing alcohol won't clean. Ah! Milo, my baby, you need to wait till I finish the stream. 13 minutes. Milo is so impatient lately. He's like, but I want to go now. It's this time of the year where he demands to go out every 2 hours. Like like, no, Milo, wait. You were out an hour ago. Bruh. My bruh. My brother from different mother and different father. Like, what the heck are you talking about? You know what? I think I might have rolled enough balls, because this was my intention. My intention was to make it look like, you know, it grows from the rock and to have like bits of soil around. And not gonna lie, it kind of looks like it. Milo, are you seeking attention? If so, I can welcome you here on the stream. Okay, a bit of smaller balls. Let me get... My sister brought Milo on her brought Milo up. He's in her arms right now. I have dirty hands. If you can put him on my lap, it will be great. Milo is here. I will try not to touch him with my hands. And click the mouse with Milo. Hi Milo, welcome to the stream. Oh my god, Milo appearing on stream twice in a row? What is this? Milo, we will go for a walk. Yeah. In 8 minutes. Just please hang in there. Baby, he's already impatient. Take him. Okay. Perks of having a dog that is like that has 2 kilograms. That weighs only 2 kilos. 2 kilos. It is as much. He weighs as much as, you know, as we buy. He weighs as a potato, as much as a potato bag we buy. We buy for the dinner. Okay, I will add Milo invading the stream, yes. Invading the stream both both visually and what, Nina? What was the other word? And both visually and what was the other word? Both with sound and with his image. I don't know how to phrase it differently. And acoustically? Maybe? Okay, I have only a couple of balls left. And I think I will have enough, actually. I just need to place them. Yeah, okay, time for a slight stabbing, but I think I will use the brush this time to slightly stab them a little bit, to give them only slight texture. And not move them enough. Just try to tap them in a place. I see one escaped. I mean, looks okay. Let me stab some of them a bit more, but not too much because I don't want to make them too flat. And then I will try and remove the flower. Okay, let's try. Okay, remove the flower. Nothing stuck to it. Okay, so this is how I will try and bake it. So there is a nice outline where the flower would be. And yeah. Maybe I will just texturize the ones Unfortunately, I don't have any like fake sand or anything like that. I will maybe try and poke some holes. Do I like it? In some cases it might work, so let me just poke some holes here and there for more texture. Blend it again with the tin foil. Tap it a little bit. A little bit more in some places. Hello, 2009! Hello, welcome to the stream! Unfortunately, you came in a very bad moment because I am wrapping up the stream for today. So yeah, today I made this like insert to this like flower pot for this. Oh wait, this is the side. Yes, this is the proper side for the eco flower that I made before. I just needed a little bit of insert so I can display it properly. Oh, okay, beautiful. Okay, so it's 10 p.m. on the clock, so yeah. So this is all I have prepared for you today. So thank you so much for watching, for coming. Thank you for watching, chatting, lurking, and spending some time with me. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all on Tuesday. So goodbye.